Hey there guys, Justice Cannon over here once again with episode 9 of the Ghost Recon Wildlands weapons review video. And in this episode here, we're going to be taking a look at one of my old favorites from back in the day. We'll be taking a look at the AK-12 assault rifle. The AK-12 assault rifle has actually been quite a popular weapon. I actually remember back in the day when it made its very first appearance. It's in an old game, Call of Duty Ghosts, and I'm telling you, well, you, there's just a whole lot of things that you can say about the AK-12. But I, of course, will be going over with just some of the basic views. Sorry, not basic views. Basic review about the AK-12 assault rifle. With that, of course, being said, let us begin. So, what can I say about the AK-12? Well, there are plenty of things I could say about the AK-12. It has a rugged design, it's very reliable, it shows plenty of damage, plenty of output, plenty of distance, range, accuracy, controllability. I mean, there's just a whole lot of good things about this gun, but of course there are a couple of bad things about this particular weapon as well. Now, but we will get into that. So what can I say about the AK-12 assault rifle? Well, let me go ahead and break down some of the pros and the cons about the AK-12. The AK-12 assault rifle has plenty of damage potential. And it is actually capable of taking down. Most targets at a close enough range, and it's between 3 to 5 shots. But sometimes around 8 to 10 if you're encountering heavy troopers. It also has plenty of good performance in terms of rate of fire. It's not the fastest. Now, it may not have the fastest rate of fire, nor does it have the greatest amount of damage, but its range is quite well commendable. In short, in terms of the pros, the AK-12 assault rifle is pretty much basically middle of the road. Oh, there really isn't a whole lot of bad things to go on. But it's pretty much basically just your usual cons about the AK-12, like several other assault rifles outside of the FAMAS. The AK-12 does have a couple of recoil oil problems, and its bullet drop is going to be a bit of an issue. Speaking of which, in terms of those stats, let me go ahead and bring up some of the stats. Let me go ahead and bring up the stats about the AK-12 assault rifle. So here, my friends, are the stats of the AK-12. As you can see, it does favor a little bit of damage, but it does have some plenty good accuracy. It does favor good handling. Its range is quite average. Its rate of fire, a little bit faster. Noise reduction, and again, it's about as average as the other assault rifle. And it does not have a lot of good penetration power as you would with a light machine gun, or as you would with a sniper rifle. So, but all in all though, the AK-12 assault rifle is pretty much basically middle of the road. It's not as great, but it doesn't stink either. So let's go ahead and take a look at what can we do about the AK-12. So we have an option about the extended or the folded buttstock. Now, do keep in mind, handling actually refers to how well you can control the recoil, but it also favors about ADS speed as well, and how well in terms of mobility. In short, the handling stat is focused primarily on mobility. Things that helps you either reload the weapon faster, aim down sights faster, or helps you move faster and whenever you're aiming down the sights. Or basic movement in general. But I, for 1 hour, though, prefer the extended buttstock. Now, in terms of sights, we do have your stock iron sights alongside your default alt sights. And of course, as you can see, I have not yet unlocked either the Russian red dot or the T31 ACOG scope yet, but I will get to them hopefully soon. Now, in terms of triggers, we have 3 different options. We have full auto, semi-auto, full auto 3-round burst, and semi-auto 3-round burst. And as you can see, the full auto 3-round burst has the worst accuracy trait, while the semi-auto 3-round burst has the best accuracy trait, while full auto and semi-auto are in the middle of the road. And of course, the magazines, you do start with your standard 20-round magazine, but you also have your extended 30-round magazine, keep it more traditional. Or if you want a little bit more extra firepower, you can go with a large 50-round drum, which is plenty good. But I'm a bit more of a traditionalist. I'd rather keep it at the standard 30-round magazine. Now, in terms of underbarrel rail covers, you have the option of your usual grips, but you also have the option of a GP25 grenade launcher, which is really good if you want to set up for a grenadier role. Now, in terms of rail covers, you have your ATPIL laser sight, your laser 3-dot sight, and your rangefinder, which does help you improve accuracy and range a little bit, but at the cost of handling, so keep that in mind. And of course, without barrels, you only have either the standard or the long barrel attachments. While the long barrel attachments does improve accuracy slightly, it does give you range, and it does give you a little bit more extra damage, but again, that's the cost of handling. Now, in terms of muzzles, you have your stock muzzles, you have your suppressors, and your 2 variations of compensators. The original compensator does reduce noise significantly, but it does help you maintain accuracy. But compensator version 2, only a slight reduction to the noise, only a slight stat reduction to the noise reduction stat. It does help improve your handling a little bit, but it does give you a big boost in terms of accuracy. Now that we got that out of the way, let me show you about recoil control. Okay, so these of course is what you will see from your standard sights. And of course I have the full auto and semi-auto, and have the option for the suppressor. But for this, we're going to keep it simple and easy. So let's go ahead and take a look at the recoil. Okay, that there I was not expecting. Let's have a look again. Okay, so as we can see, the recoil attempts just a little bit upward briefly, but it won't be until like the final 10 or 12 rounds that it actually stops where it's at and just maintains its good control at that point on. So what that there's telling me, it really does have really good, favorable recoil characteristics. But if you want to maintain at accuracy but still maintain full auto, all you have to do is just simple. Just fire it in short bursts. Just fire it in short bursts, and you won't have any issues. Now, speaking of which, excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that there, guys. Forgot about my phone. Anywho, anyways, while we're on the subject of reload speed, let's see how long it takes to fully reload an AK-12. Fires only 1 shot for this test. And now, with that there said, let's see how long it takes to reload the AK-12. Wow! 2.21 seconds. 2.21. That is really, really fast. Fast. Okay. So that there is a great thing about the AK-12. It has a fast reload speed. Boom. Just like that. So if you're looking for speed, this is a good assault rifle to have. So now, attachment recommendations. What would I, Justice Cannon, recommend doing with the AK-12 in terms of attachments? Or what would I suggest? Well, if you're not a fan of the iron sights, right? If you're not a fan of the iron sights, and if you want a sight, I pitch you to go on there. If close range is more your game, I would focus either on the panoramic sight, the EX-PS3 holographic sight, Micro T1, or the Comp 4 sight. Those, of course, are perfect for close range engagements, especially if you want to build more of a clearer sight picture. But if you want to scope with a little bit more range, well, then I recommend either the PKAS sight, the digital scope sight, or the TA31H ACOG scope. But for me, I'd rather keep it simple. Just stay with the panoramic sight. Again, that's just me, what I recommend. And of course, me, as a traditionalist with assault rifles, I keep it as a standard 30 rounds. But if you want to go 50, hey, go for it. More power to you. Now, in terms of underbarrel attachments, what would I recommend here? Well, I recommend either an AF angled foregrip or a grenade launcher. But me, I want to go with a grenade launcher, just to help support my squad mates in a grenadier role. Now as for rail cover on the side, don't worry about that. I'd rather just keep it plain. In terms of barrels, again, I keep it standard. And in terms of muzzle attachments, I of course recommend a suppressor. So I guess in a sense, you have yourself a silent grenadier role. So in conclusion, in my opinion, the AK-12 assault rifle does plenty of damage. It shows plenty of good characteristics. Nice in terms of speed and handling. But if you are ever looking for another different type of assault rifle with just as much good hand characteristics, I would recommend either the M4. I would recommend either the M4 assault rifle, the AUG A3 assault rifle, the Remington R5 RGP, or the Remington ACR assault rifles. So with that, of course, being said, that's going to be doing it for this episode. I really do hope that you like it. Give me a thumbs up if you do. Please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And of course, this is only for a hobby. I'm not planning on doing this as a full-time job. And let me down in the comments below what you think about the AK-12. If you have any attachment suggestions for this, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to try them out, give my personal opinion. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.